Good morning, people. Welcome back to a cold, grumpy git in the corner this morning. I got a bit of a headache as well. That's a residual effect of my treatment that I have on a Monday. Dan did apologise for the live stream on Sunday. He was just absolutely shattered. He fell asleep and he didn't wake up till about 2:30 in the morning, Monday morning. So that's why there was no live stream. And in his defence, he was up till 1:30 Sunday morning on another live, of which I was guilty of being there myself, and it actually wiped me out. So. But normal service should be resumed on the lives, hopefully next Sunday. But anyway, even though the head's a bit fuzzy, I got a few notes. I wanted to put some out, being as I didn't put anything out yesterday. You're getting all these weather warnings now. And the latest one they were giving is that transport's going to be disrupted. What fucking transport? They're all on strike, aren't they? Yeah, the maps they show us in the Midlands here as minus this and minus that. Yet it seems the rest of the country is colder than us. And it's cold enough here, believe me. But it's amazing how just one little bit of cold, bad weather can bring this country to an absolute standstill. I don't know. We coped with it back in the day. Used to walk over 1.5 miles to school in 2-foot deep snow sometimes. Nothing shut down like it does now. I just don't know what they're doing. I really don't. I mean, they're making all these pushes and... personally, all I see is them making a complete clusterfuck of things to hand on to whoever's coming next. Because they know they're not going to come back after this. They can't, realistically. When I was at the hospital yesterday, now as you know, I used to work at that hospital, so I do know a lot of people there, including some of the nurses and even one or two of the management, particularly on the work side of things. Always speak to them. And I was chatting to one of the nurses yesterday as she was stabbing me with a 2-inch long needle, just what she thought about this scarlet fever thing that's supposed to be, if you listen to mainstream media, rampaging throughout the country. Well, she said it's no different from normal. She said we see cases all the time, because haematology is where they treat it usually. And she said it's been no different to any other year. And I said, well, yeah, it's because it's in the news. They got nothing left to frighten us with, so they're bringing other things into it now. And she, funny enough, agreed with me on that. And then we got on to talking about immune systems and obviously recent history. Now, you all know my thoughts on it. Now, I never said a thing to her, but she absolutely agreed with everything that was in my thoughts. And that surprised me. And she's already said that herself and a lot of her mates won't be getting any future boosters. They were scared and frightened into getting it the first time, threatened with their jobs. But now they've realised that they have the choice. They've seen the results. So good on them. It's not just people out here that are waking up, so please don't always blame some of the NHS staff. you know, they're just trying to keep their roofs over their heads and their kids fed. But a lot of them do agree with what we say. No, I can't remember who it was. It was another YouTuber put me onto this. The cashless society that we, again, have been warning about since they started talking about it. And that would be in conjunction, as I've said many times before, with a smart meter, complete and total state control of every aspect of your life. So I was surprised when he said the globalist Sunak is joining forces with the Bank of England to trial this. You know, virtual currency, whatever they call it, cashless society. You know, if this happens, as far as my opinion goes, this is the beginning of the end of any type of freedom we have left, especially with the new laws they want to bring in. But everything at the moment is a trial. The 15-minute zones. And that is not just here, that is happening in Europe. So we know it is absolutely positive that they've all colluded on this. So it's not just here it's going to happen. But the trials, no, 3 weeks to flatten the curve. That was a trial to see if it worked. Pushing people to take drugs, certain types of drugs. That was a trial. And so far, all these trials have left nothing but destruction in their wake. Just think about that. Because I'm not the only one seeing this. And then I'll do this one. How long we've been going now? 7 minutes. The hypocrisy from the shit shower again. I mean, the Transport Secretary. He gave a statement saying that the civil servants' pay rise just won't be what they want because the money isn't there. It's not a bottomless pit. Now again, this bottomless pit, as they call it, is always full when it's giving money away to the Ukraine by the billions. It's always full when they're spending millions and millions every day to keep the immigrants in luxury hotels. They're spending more millions on the Uber service in the Channel. Now, there always seems to be enough money in the pot for that, doesn't there? But when it comes to helping our own, the pot's empty. I mean, they're opening now, the Green Agenda, yeah, they're opening 2 more coal-fired power stations to cope with the power demand. Well, why couldn't you open up before? We're paying enough for it. Surely that would have eased the pressure on the bills. I don't know. I'm not a corrupt politician, so I don't see things the same way as they do. You know, it's about time we were given a say in how they spend up our money. Because it's costing lives with the way they're doing it. But I'll leave it there, folks. I will say before I go, bear a thought for the young lads that died up this way in the pond over the weekend in the lake. I mean, that was 3 unnecessary deaths and possibly a 4th one if the other young lad don't survive. It's not nice to have happened at this time of year, especially. But I have to ask the question. The police aren't saying whether they were supervised or not while they were there. If not, why not? I mean, a lake is a dangerous thing at any time of the year, even in the summer. And it's quadruply dangerous when it's frozen and in cold weather like this. So why weren't they supervised at that age? But obviously our thoughts are with the families and relatives of the young lads. But anyway, that's it. I've gone well over my time. Thank you for your support, guys. I noticed the subs have gone up a little bit, although YouTube keep knocking them back. But until the next one, thank you very much for that support. My respects to each and every one of you. As always, stay safe, stay strong, and give the middle finger to these assholes. Respects, guys.